kind of feel it for what it was without any sort of preconceived ideas, and I was nervous until that very, very last song by Melanie, and if that doesn't win the competition, I might as well give up.
So you might have won the bet then with LA?
Don't worry, I'm counting on the cash. Holiday cash.
Who do you think is the one, if Melanie doesn't win, who's your biggest threat of the other two?
You know what, I would have said Josh, but then on Chris Renee's second performance, you could feel in the room that people like him. But I know Josh has got a lot of support. But, I mean, look, to be honest with you, anything can happen tomorrow, and I'm sort of preparing myself for any decision. But, you know, my gut, my heart tells me that Melanie should win after tonight. But how many times have I sat in front of you not to disrupt? Many, many times.
Were there other people that you wanted to have to duets that were make it, or did you all get
Well, we left it late because it wasn't going to be in the show. And then about 5 or 6 days ago, we said yes. So we went really with the people who had actually contacted us, and Alanis was one of them, R. Kelly was one, and obviously LA had a connection with thank you. So it all happened very, very quickly.
How did you manage to finish the show?
She must have been, because she'd kind of researched Josh and really wanted to do this, so you know we didn't have to twist anyone's arms.
Any thoughts on the for next season? I'm sure that Steve Mina
Squiddly and diddly.
What went into the decision to have them re-sing their audition songs? Do they want to pick their own songs?
Well, it's a good question, because it happened kind of by accident, because we said total free choice, do whatever you want. And we heard that Josh was going to do it last. LA was kind of umming and ahhing about it. They said, oh, I've got to do Young Homie. I was going to do a different song. And then on Sunday night, I changed my mind and decided to do Listen. I thank God I did.
What was the song you were going to do?
Nights in White Satin.
Was it just to highlight how far they've come from their auditions to now? Sort of revisiting what they auditioned with?
Yeah, it kind of made everything come full circle, and I think that was kind of poignant with Chris, because you know you saw where he was, and you know 8 months later he stuck to his word. It was a big moment for him. I could feel it.
How do you feel about the team you put together? You and Nicole, Paula, LA, Steve.
I think we've done good. You know, I said this before, that when I compare it with the first time I did this in the UK, it wasn't quite so good. It wasn't anywhere near this lineup at the end, I'm telling you. But I always believed in the format, and I think, you know, it kind of proved the point that you can have older singers competing with younger singers. Now Josh is in his 30s, Melanie's 19 years old, but it's the right match, you know.
Compare this to season 1 of Idol.
Well, that's putting me in a difficult position. They both feel similar to me, to be honest with you. You know, we had Kelly Clarkson, I'd won. We've got Melanie, season 1 on X Factor. I would say they're pretty close. I mean, I prefer this one. I would say that.
As executive producer, are you thinking about changes for next season?
Always.
Anything you can sort of tease us with?
I take a break, you know, sit back, think, the team can come back over to the UK, the network. We actually do get the sponsors involved as well, because I like their feedback. If everybody says it's perfect, don't change. People think you need change, make changes. Maybe I won't be here.
You said at Monday's press conference that you thought this was going to be like the most suspenseful finale ever. Do you still feel that way? That like there is still that up in the air? Do you feel like Melanie's got a lot on it now?
Under normal circumstances, I would be confident, but based on what's happened over the last few weeks on this show, I'm not going to tempt fate. I still think it's wide open.